I have moved into a new home. And during the time of me moving my old office, I found a bunch of cards scattered around the room. I put them all into a pile. And I decided that when I got here, there was gonna be a channel message from those cards. Okay. This is gonna be the second reading I'm doing of those cards. It was a humongous pile, and I felt as I was separating them, I'm like, this is 3 separate readings. If the number up here that you pick is in between those, this is your reading. And if you feel called that the other reading I just posted before this one is also your reading, that's very possible. All 3 readings could be yours. So, what do we feel about this set of cards? I haven't looked at them. I separated them, but didn't read the message. So let's go ahead and see what this reading is diving into. All right, this is definitely a very different energy than the last reading. It looks like somebody that you were falling in love with or had a deep connection. Some form of betrayal was discovered. You're very confused. You felt that not only was this person, but spirit, the universe, etc. was sending you signs that this person has came into your life for a divine reason. You were thrown out of nowhere with the information you found out or the experience you had. But something within you still knows that even part of you wants to go into a cocoon and say all this was for nothing. It's not that simple. Anytime in life that spirit has made you go through something that in that moment you didn't understand why, but you had to have faith that somehow this is part of the bigger picture, they always showed you when it was the right time. What I'm seeing is with this partner, something I'm sensing is maybe this individual that you were talking to or in a relationship with or a situationship with had most of the stereotypical boxes checked off. Compared also to other people that you have dated, something about them on a textbook or a picture, people would say right off the bat, oh, this is the best guy, this is the best person, etc. that you've ever been with. But inwards, something hummed to you that they're not showing the world who they truly are. Part of that was interesting, part of that scared you. But no matter what, you always saw this glisten in their eyes. You always saw that maybe, not in a way of saving them, but maybe somebody is meant to unpack this with them. I'm hearing that it took you a lot of courage to even either express or confirm back that you felt something more for them. There was always this feeling that by not exploring this, you would have always wondered what happened. Archangel Michael, there's a lot of angels that are really divinely protecting right now. I have Raphael, I have Ariel, I have also Michael, of course. In this specific reading, your angels are letting you know part of your healing journey was experiencing the pain of this last dynamic. Things are not black and white. From what I'm hearing, this form of betrayal or disloyalty or lying, you don't know the full story, but Spirit's also saying there was enough freedom of will choices done that aligned this person to either really not being part of your timeline at all anymore or really having to do a lot to win back your trust. Collective takes what resonates. But I can definitely see you have decided there, no matter if we can still have a friendship or some form of being cordial, they're never getting a chance to do anything romantic again. Spirit is stating that this connection made you see the difference between so what I'm feeling is this person, they weren't a runner. Something about their energy helped you notice the difference between when you would chase runners and not give them, okay, I see. This last connection was the last one you ever chased. There was so much self-control. There was so much in this one you did differently. Something about them is it feels like they helped teach you a different form of patience. And the feeling of trusting your gut versus fear. No matter what, if you would have never experienced trying to dabble into this connection, you would have always wondered what if. For that and that alone, this needed to happen. But Spirit is reminding you that you are safe. That the love you are destined to have is divine. That person is out there for you. For a lot of you here, you could have found out that this person was talking to other people, was lying to you about the level of commitment they were wanting to give, or even lying about parts of their life. It's almost like for some of you, it feels like two different lives. So maybe some of you found out there was actually another person or etc. However that part resonates for you, Spirit is calling you to understand you still are on the right timeline in love. We have freedom of will, and there was a timeline you and this person could have had together. Okay? But their freedom of will made it to where in this life you helped each other stand up. You are a humongous tower moment in that person's life. You are a humongous mirror. But you are going forward. Spirit's telling me, when you find your person, you truly will find your person, you will know from the very beginning because they will treat you differently than anybody you've ever been with. They will not make you run at all for their love. They will meet you halfway. They will do things out of the kindness of their heart. They will do things just because they want to show you how special you are. They won't make you wait these crazy long times. There's a blend in love of going fast but not too fast. And taking it day by day but not too slow. I know that sounds in a way kind of contradictory, but that is the ingredients, that is the blend of true love. Spirit wants you to understand this is not a time to put yourself in this cocoon and close up and give up on love. Far from it. 2026 is the year of love, is expansion, is rising from the ashes. The ball has been put in your court, not regarding this connection, but Spirit's saying the ball's been put in your court regarding telling the universe, all right, I fucking see it, and you know what? I don't need to go into this hermit mode and fall apart because of this. I feel different. I feel stronger or anything, and I'm more determined now than ever to actually find my forever love. Let myself have new experiences to bring the opportunity for that person to be magnetized to me. To not play it small, to not hold back how I feel for so long, that if a person is really, really for me, from the beginning, I'm gonna say what's up and what I need. And I'm gonna sell forward when I see red flags. Something about them is they were so kind, and that's another thing that kind of threw you off. There's an energy about them being so kind, and it's like when you found out whatever this is, you're like, you are two totally different people. The last thing Spirit wants me to highlight on this dynamic is just because that person was that way does not mean that is how love is. I can see that in love in your life, you haven't been given that real fire. You've felt the intensity, you've felt the excitement, you've felt happiness, you've felt love, of course, but that flame that it's like given completely back the same way to you, you're meeting this person. But you have to let go of what doesn't serve. And they will be somebody that effortlessly courts you and shows you that when you're with the right person, that young love feeling, that butterfly, it doesn't go away. It channels differently as the comfort and the relationship grows. But that love, that energy doesn't go away if you keep it alive. And if you're honest and real and just with your person. This was divinely guided, but you are ready to see the way forward. Would you like to spend 6 days with yours truly in the Rocky Mountains of Utah? If so, stick around to hear this message. At the end of June into the first week of July of 2026 this year, I am hosting my next spiritual adventure. For the ones of you here who are not aware, every year I host a spiritual adventure or a retreat. Last year it was Bali, and this year I have switched to the hiking and camping based trip. It's going to be in the Utah Rocky Mountains of Zion National Forest. During these 6 days, we deep dive into not only the physical activity part, but the spirituality. Just as active as it is and has hands-on as it is spiritual and emotional and in depth. Not only do you spend 6 days experiencing those mountains with me, but you do also with other people part of your collective. Everybody that joins the trip gets a one-on-one personal reading with yours truly in the mountains. I'm going to be hosting a tarot teaching workshop where I basically teach all of you a beginner spread, and also you get to take a spiritual gift home with you that you use during this workshop. Some of the other amazing epic activities for this adventure is whitewater rafting and horseback riding. The entire 6 days is packed full of different campsites and trails that we discover and explore together. If you are interested in joining at this time, I still have a few of my early bird spots available. Early bird spots take $222 off of the price of this trip. Depending on where you're coming from, that could literally be your plane ticket or all of the money that you're wanting to use for souvenirs, extra little drinks, snacks, etc. during the adventure. If you're interested in finding out more or going ahead and booking your spot, go to my profile bio and you're going to see my personal website linked there, offprintmint.com. Once you click that, it's going to load up the homepage, and right on the homepage, you're going to see a button that says click here for the Utah Adventure. That is the trip site. It's going to give you all of the information that is regarding where we're going to, what days, activities of the trip, what you will need, and how to book. Also, there is a financing option through Affirm available with no credit check needed. All you need at the time of securing your spot is to put down a 25% down deposit on that spot. And then you have all the way until March 28th to pay off the remaining amount. If you're watching this specifically on YouTube, you can actually just go right into the bio description of this video, and I have that trip site linked there. So either this is the first time you're hearing about this, or you've been sitting wondering if this is something that's meant for you, and you're seeing this, and you're getting that itch, it's time. I have faith that if I'm meant to experience these 6 days in the Utah Rocky Mountains with you, you're going to be there. That's what I got for y'all today, and I'll see you when I see you. Let's get it.